Hi, this is Matt Morris, International Marketing Director with World Ventures, and I put this quick training together to welcome you to the team and to show you exactly how to make all your money back in the next 10 days by enrolling your first 6 members. Make sure you have a pen and paper handy to take notes, and you may want to listen to this several times because I'm going to give you my blueprint for building an organization of approximately 100,000 members in less than 4 years for generating tens of millions of dollars in revenues and how we've been able to build the fastest growing team in the company. There's going to be a handful of you who go through this training, apply what I teach you exactly, and it's not only going to allow you to make all your money back in the next 10 days, it can also set you up to be financially free. Now, please realize this right up front. What you get out of this business is exactly what you put into the business. You can read our income disclosure at the bottom of your .biz website, and you'll see the 20/80 rule is in effect here, just like in most places in life. About 23% of our representatives make money, while 77% do not. So there is no guarantees of income. My results are not typical, and your success is totally dependent on your hard work and your ability to follow our system that's been proven to work and not reinventing the wheel. So, first things first, since we are involved in what I believe is the most fun, exciting, sexy industry in the world, it's absolutely imperative that you have fun. The more fun you have with this business, the more people are going to be attracted to you. So live the tagline of World Ventures, which is to make a living living. So step one. And this is what I found to be possibly the #1 characteristic of the top money earners in our company, and that's to be in. So what does being in mean? Well, here's the deal. Realize what you have your hands on. You see, when I got going in World Ventures, I knew with everything in me that this was going to be a multi-billion-dollar company with or without Matt Morris. Because I decided to take massive action through following this system I'm giving you right now, I've personally enrolled on average only about 2 to 3 members per month. But over the past 4 years, that's turned into an organization of approximately 100,000 members. And that leads me into step number 2, which is develop a why for being part of this business. Have a goal that inspires you to the point where success in this business is not just an option, it's a must. See, for me, that goal was to be able to world school my children, to have the time and money freedom to be able to teach my kids history, not just out of history books, but in the places in the world where the history actually happened. For me, giving that to my children isn't just an option, it's a must. So what I want you to do is create a why that inspires you to take action on making it a reality. Step number 3 is to make a list of the top 20 people in your life that you have the closest relationship with. Now, please note, I did not say make a list of the top 20 people that you think will join World Ventures. After building a team of 100,000 people, trust me when I say that in many cases, those who you think will join the business won't, and those who you think won't join the business will. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to prejudge who's going to get excited about the business. Listen, do not try and play mind reader. Your job is not to convince anyone to join World Ventures. I'm going to repeat that. Your job is not to convince anyone to join World Ventures. Your job is to simply do this. Show people what you're doing and have them understand it, and that's it. Here's the rule, and if you follow this rule, it's going to set you up for huge success. Professionals sort, amateurs sell. See, I believe there are 2 people in life. There's chickens and eagles. Chickens are going to keep being chickens no matter what you say or do. They're going to spend the rest of their life complaining about their jobs, complaining about not having enough money, complaining about traffic. And at the end of their life will be, like most, unfulfilled. Then you have the eagles. See, the eagles are not content with staying in the rut. The eagles are not content with living the status quo. The eagles are committed to having more fun, freedom, and fulfillment in their life. And here's the deal. The eagles will actually do something about it. To reach the top rank in World Ventures, which on average is well over $500,000 a year in income, here's what you'll need to do, and the faster you do it, the faster you're going to achieve it. And this is profound, so be sure and write this down. Here's what you want to do. Sort through the chickens to find the eagles. All right, step 4 is the invite. Here's a few rules. First, the less you say on the invite, the more you make. If you try and explain it over the phone, they will almost never join because they're going to prejudge the opportunity before they've seen the presentation. So an invitation over the phone should take more than about 45 seconds max. And even if you're an amazing salesperson and you can do the best explanation in the world over the phone, they're probably not going to join because they're going to think they have to do the exact same thing. See, our system works because we've got a system that allows you to simply guide people to the information and let the information do the selling for you. 95% of the people in the world do not like to sell. So if you're personally trying to convince your own prospects, you are not going to be successful. My rule is this: I don't tell them anything about the business until they can see the entire presentation. So to set yourself up for success, you want to set an appointment either in person or over the phone for them to see the presentation with you. So what would you say if you're calling someone? Well, let me give you what works for me. I might call up my friend and say, "Hey, Sarah, it's Matt. Real quick, I'm about to pop into a meeting, but when can I borrow 20 minutes of your time in the next couple days? I've got a project I'm working on, really need to run the idea past you." Now, if she asks what it is, I'm going to say the exact same thing every time. So I want you to remember this phrase: "Sarah, I wish I could explain it, but it'd be like trying to give a haircut over the phone. It's impossible." I might also say something like, "It's 90% visual, but it won't take more than 20 minutes. When can I buy you a cup of coffee in the next day or two?" Another strategy that works well is simply sending a text message. If that's the way you regularly communicate with your friends, send a text. Say something like, "Hey, Sarah, coffee this week? ? Or if I'm wanting to show someone right now, I might say, "Hey, Sarah, what are you up to right now?" So you book the appointment, you go see them right away, and you simply show them the video. Now, if you're inviting to a live presentation, I'd recommend you use the 4-step invite. Now, the 4 steps works like this. Step 1 is be in a hurry. Step 2 is clear the date. Step 3, got something to show you. And step 4 is confirming. So it might sound something like this: "Hey, Sarah, it's Matt. I'm in a rush right now, so I don't have a lot of time to talk, but what do you have going on tonight at 7? Now, if she's busy, you're going to end the call and let her know you'll try her another time. Say, "Hey, no worries. I'll call you sometime soon." See, we play to win, and if we can't win, we don't play. The worst mistake you can make is to keep asking for a different time because it makes you sound desperate. Now, if Sarah's free, you're going to move on to step 3. "Awesome. Listen, I've got an important business idea I'm working on, and it would mean a lot to me to have you see it. It'll take about 90 minutes. How about I pick you up at 6:30? Or you could just have them meet you at the event location. Now, again, we know they're going to ask you what it is. So what I want you to do is remember the phrase that I shared earlier. "Sarah, I wish I could explain it to you, but it'd be like trying to give a haircut over the phone. It's impossible." And you can say something like this: "Listen, don't worry. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Leave your checkbook at home. It's just really important for me to have you see what I'm working on. Can you be there at 7? Now, if they keep pressing you for what it is, you can fall back on the fact that when you first called, you said, "Hey, I'm in a rush. I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk." Or you could say something like this: "Sarah, listen, I've known you a long time. Do I have enough credibility with you to get 90 minutes of your time?" And if the answer to that is anything but yes, my recommendation is that you delete them from your phone. The key with the invite is having a sense of urgency and excitement and realizing your job is not to convince them to join, it's to simply have them see what you're doing. Now, if you want to get your first 6 enrollments in the next 10 days, you want to get through the 20 people on your names list as fast as possible. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is what to say before they see the presentation. And I've got the 5 steps here. Step 1 is sharing your why. Step 2, it's a big deal. You're all in on it. Step 3, you think they'll see the vision of this and be excited, but it doesn't matter either way. And then step 4 is I wanted to give you the opportunity to see it. Step 5 is to edify the speaker on the video. So it might look something like this. "Hey, Sarah, listen, appreciate you sitting down with me. As you know, I've done okay financially over the last few years, but I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, stressed out, burned out, and just realized that if I keep working the kind of hours that I'm working right now, I'm going to miss my little girls growing up. So listen, I've come across a business idea. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm all in on it. I'm going to show you a quick video and I think you're going to catch the vision of this, and I think you're going to be super excited just like me. But listen, it doesn't matter to me either way. I just wanted to give you the opportunity to see it. Now, if you're showing the video of me doing the presentation, and especially if you're part of my team, you can say that the person on the video that I'm about to show you is a good friend of yours, lives out of Dallas, Texas. You're working with him directly, that he's a #1 best-selling author, self-made millionaire in his 20s, and he's been featured on radio and television all over the world as a successful entrepreneur. So you show him the video. After the video is over, very simple here, we're going to say something like this. Pretty amazing, isn't it? What'd you like best? When they tell you what they like, you're going to say, awesome. Do you have any questions, or you're ready to get started? I'll say that again because, listen, the #1 reason why people don't join World Ventures is because they're not asked. So you have to ask them. And so just remember this phrase, do you have any questions, or you're ready to get started? It's an either or option. The most important part about what you do after the video is #1, be excited, and #2, ask them if they're ready to get started. You want to assume that everyone who sees this is going to be excited like you and be ready to enroll. Now, obviously, not everyone will, but the more excited you are and the more you naturally assume that other people are going to be excited, the more they actually will be excited. Now, the relationship that you have between you and your friend is one of trust, but not necessarily of credibility. So you may not have any background as an expert in business, or certainly not in network marketing. So the relationship that you will create between your friend and your upline is one of credibility. Now notice I said you will create this. If you don't establish that relationship of credibility, your friend has no reason to listen to them. And listen, I've done thousands of 2-on-1 meetings and 3-way calls with members on my team over the years, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the better job you do of edification, the higher your enrollment ratio is going to be. So when you're all sitting down together, or maybe if you're introducing your friend to your upline over the phone, you're going to introduce your upline, who will say John, by saying you feel very blessed to be able to work with John because he's an extremely successful entrepreneur. He's helping a lot of other people achieve success, and he's one of the top leaders in the area with this concept. So you're going to edify John. And then you're also going to edify Sarah. And you're going to let John know that you and Sarah are good friends. Say something nice about Sarah. And then you put a piece of tape on your mouth and shut up. Let John do the talking. Anytime you interrupt John or answer a question that John can answer, you de-edify John, and you essentially take away his expert status. Now, there's obviously no guarantee, but based on the results of the people I've worked with over the last 4 years, when you follow this system, showing your top 20 list over the next 10 days, which is only 2 a day, you should be able to enroll your 6, which will earn you approximately $570, making all your money back, waiving your monthly fees, and putting about $200 in your pocket. Now, if you want to go full-time and get financially free, if you're super aggressive, just add a 0. Go show 200 as fast as you possibly can. And that, my friends, is the formula for skyrocketing your success and income in World Ventures. So keep in mind, this is a fun business and a simple business. If you stay focused on having a ton of fun and not trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to do it your own way, then you can have a lot of success here. Now, the sole purpose of me putting this video together is because I want you to win. If you're serious about winning, please do not gloss over what I'm about to say next. What I believe will be the single greatest factor for your long-term success in World Ventures is attending our training events. In the network marketing industry, we have the absolute best training events in the world. No other company comes anywhere close. Now, it's been statistically proven that the representatives who attend our trainings earn 5 times more than those who don't. Now, because each of these events only happen once a year, the people who go are a full year ahead of the people who don't go. The system I've just outlined step by step for you is the exact same system that's allowed me and many other leaders in our team to create our dream lifestyle. My advice is to listen to this training over and over until you know it like the back of your hand. Repetition is the mother of all skill. So if you want to master the art of becoming a leader in World Ventures, you want to master the very simple strategies needed to get there. So as I record this, our team alone in World Ventures is enrolling over 2,000 new members every single week. Not too long from now, that number, I believe, will be 20,000 a week. Mark my words, we will be a household name. World Ventures will be a billion-dollar company. Everyone in your life, your friends, your family members, your coworkers, they're all going to hear about World Ventures. In fact, there is someone, if not multiple people in your life right now who you know on a first-name basis that will be joining World Ventures. Your friend is going to join someone's team. Now, if you don't call them first, it'll be someone else's team. If you call and show them first, it'll be your team. So listen, it is a foot race right now to go out and capture market share. So here's my advice. Work from 9 to 5 at your job to make your living, but work from 5 to 10 to make your fortune. This company can allow you to have more fun than you've ever had, give you more freedom than you've ever had, and help you create a life of total fulfillment. So here's your marching orders. Simply show this business to 20 people in the next 10 days. That's just 2 a day, and get your 6, because listen, if you don't, please realize someone else is going to be showing the people that you know. So that concludes our Fast Start training. I look forward to meeting you in person very soon at one of our future events. God bless.